Yeah, I run just in case Jess doesn't know, I run a Facebook group, Major League Pokemon, and I'm the commissioner.
Oh, cool.
I run tournaments there, and whenever I play, everyone knows me by the Gardevoirs that I play because nobody knows what kind of Gardevoir is going to come out. Because sometimes I run a double
Nice.
screener, sometimes I run one with a all out offensive electric and grass, all out offensive electric and ghost, all out offensive ghost and grass, fire and grass. I use hidden
My
power fire.
Yeah, my Umbreons are generally support, but I do have like an actual Umbreon who does do heavy lifting. But currently, I'm playing through Pokemon Black right now because I have to fill my Pokedex. But I'm really like, are you gonna put a link to the Wiggle Wiggle Break blog in there?
Yes, we
Okay,
will.
cool. Because
Yeah.
Kevin does a lot of cool work. He does a lot of screenshots of Pokemon games, and he does a lot of looking for specific Pokemon, like to see their emotions and stuff. So you can follow that blog. I will say that he's not as updating as he used to be because we haven't played in a few months. But as soon as we start playing again, he will update it. Um, and I mean, the whole group is pretty cool. So I mean, it's great. So yeah.
Cool.
Well, there is one question that I knew that if I had you on the show, I could not get away with avoiding asking.
Uh
Some people, well, around the internet, you and, of course, some of us that are your friends tend to refer to you as the Internet AJ.
oh. Oh yes.
Some people may not know how that nickname came about, so please
Oh.
elucidate.
Okay. So I'm a huge professional wrestling nerd. Um. I've been watching. Okay. This is my credentials for professional wrestling. I have watched professional wrestling for 25 years. Do you know how I know that? Because I remember when The Undertaker debuted at Survivor Series 1990. That's one of my very first memories.
You beat me. I started watching wrestling from 1993.
I didn't start watching wrestling seriously until round about the time the NWO was in WCW.
Oh wow, that's way after me. Okay, so so all the stuff with the Brood, all the stuff like I watched that live. That was like all shit that I watched all the time. So the reason Internet AJ came about is my favorite professional wrestler at the time was AJ, better known now as AJ Brooks, as she has retired. A lot of people were like, "Oh my God, is she okay?" Like when she retired, everybody was like, "Are you guys okay?" But it's okay, you guys, because I found a new favorite human being, so it's fine. But the reason I am the Internet AJ is because I'm very crazy sometimes. Just ask my ex boyfriend Kyle, who I refer to as Daniel Bryan sometimes because he's a goat face. Um, I guess that would make Darren CM Punk, wouldn't it?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Darren CM Punk. That's hilarious. Anyway,
Which means he will eventually get to be a part of the UFC and write for Marvel.
God,
And
I
he should
hope
change
so.
his Twitter name to Coach, apparently.
Has he really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That makes me so happy. That actually
All
makes
right.
me so happy. But yeah, the reason it came about was basically because I was like, I I'm a huge fan of AJ, and I literally act like her online, so that's the reason, really. And people always say to me, they're like, "Well, why did you actually, act like that?" Blah blah blah, and I'm like, "Well, because reasons."
Okay.
And of course, there's also one last question, and it is the question that we ask everyone who is a Pokemon fan that comes onto this show. Of course, the half of it you've kind of already answered because we have a good idea what your favorite Pokemon is.
Yes.
What is your favorite legendary?
I just want to wait before I answer this question. Okay, so my roommate just gave me my food, and I don't know if this was intentional and they actually tried to look for a bottle of Coke with my name on it, but the actual bottle of Coke that I ordered has my name on it.
Awesome.
And I'm like sitting here going, oh my god, this is the greatest thing in the universe. Okay, I'm sorry. So, legendary Pokemon. My favorite legendary Pokemon is actually, a lot of people don't know this, but my favorite is actually, Jirachi.
The Swish Star Pokemon.
Yes. Jirachi is my favorite. Jirachi is my favorite post 151. My favorite pre 151 is Articuno.
I freaking love Articuno. Too bad it really, really sucks in competitive play.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my god. I was like so mad, but it's so pretty to look at. Sorry, I'm starving, so I'm gonna be eating.
Probably my second favorite pre 151 Pokemon outside of Mew.
I do love Mew. Don't get me wrong. I love Mew, but Dad Articuno, though.
Legendary. Sorry, legendary.
I'm all about the OG of Kanto, Mewtwo.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I had a weird dream one time about Mewtwo. Quick side note. I literally had a dream about him that he ran for president and that he psychicked Donald Trump out of the sky.
Certainly a better president than Donald Trump, I'll say that much.
Yeah, seriously. I'd be like, listen, you might want to get rid of all humans, but you're so much better than Donald Trump, let's be real here.
I believe in equality between all humans. I believe you all suck.
I believe you're all dead.
Speaking of that, I think Donald Trump has a way of showing his ass way too many times. I swear to God, I think we've been through like 8 full moons in the last month.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, Jess, one thing we like to do on this show is we like to turn it over to you to ask us a question. Of course, before the show, I did give you kind of a little bit of background on both of us, so you can get a
You can do
head
2
start
questions,
on
one for each of us if you want.
Why didn't you bring me on the show sooner?
That's your turn.
Why didn't I bring you on the show sooner? Well, honestly, I don't know.
You're fired.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't quite at a point where, I mean, I've tried to reach out to other people before, but I personally kind of get a little awkward about approaching people to be on the show myself.
You are a little awkward, yeah. You are a little awkward about, well, at least with me you were. You were like, so, wrestling? And I was like, sure.
He's been talking about you for like, I don't know, 5-6 months now. Almost since we started the show, actually.
Yeah, I had a list of. I didn't ever write it down actually, but I had kind of a mental list of people I wanted on my show, and you were on it.
Oh my god, that's so nice.
Yeah, you were on it. I think Linkara was, and Smarty was another one, and I forgot the others.
Yeah, but yeah.
I know those 3.
We'll let them come on their own time. I know. I've also tried to approach Smarty a couple of times, but he's been pretty busy, especially in the last few months with hitting 75 subs, Smart Way Out getting going, stuff like that.
Yeah, he's been pretty busy. Like, even our podcast has kind of come to a screeching halt, so that's fun.
Yeah. All right, so that's one question.
Dave, what's the normal team you run that's not Gardevoir?
My normal team? That's not Gardevoir.
Yeah.
Well, I've actually been testing out this Pokemon team. Mega Deontay and Dragonite Core.
Nice.
Mega Deontay, basically for that same versatility that Gardevoir has. A little bit less versatility, but it still works. You have your Hidden Power Fire, your Diamond Storm, your Earth Power, and the Moon Blast.
Mm-hmm.
And then you combine that with Dragonite because ground moves seem to be attracted to Deontay a lot. So you switch out to Dragonite when you see, say, a Heatran or another ground-type Pokemon. Heatran's not a ground-type Pokemon, but it loves using Earthquake on it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Dragonite use a Dragon Dance, allowing that when they switch out, of course, because, let's face it, ground-type Pokemon don't do very well against Dragonite. So you use a Dragon Dance, and then Extreme Speed, Extreme Speed, Extreme Speed, Extreme Speed. Then I add on Meloetta.
He's also been pretty well known for being a Meloetta guy, too.
Yeah, funny story about that. There is this trainer I was facing. He saw my Meloetta, and he said, real pros don't use Meloetta. This was like the first time I was battling.
That guy would get a kick in the face from me.
However, a week later, Meloetta got me through the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the finals of one of the tournaments on Facebook, allowing me to win that tournament. Each of those times, Meloetta was, I think, like the deciding Pokemon. It was the last Pokemon on the field. It wasn't necessarily the last Pokemon I had left, but it was the last Pokemon out there just sweeping my teams.
Nice.
And sweeping out teams. So it was the Pirouette form, no less. So Meloetta does pretty well for me. And then I use Keldeo for my fourth Pokemon. I've actually gotten to really, really like Keldeo a lot. I don't know what it is about Keldeo that's good, but Alex Cohen introduced me to it, our Major League Pokemon champion, and I haven't looked back. And then for my last two, I had I'm trying to remember right off the top of my head without having to go check. Serperior was the first one. Mm-hmm. Serperior, because of that, like I said, the ability to sweep, just absolutely wipe the floor with my opponents. Mm-hmm. And then for my last one, would be a toss-up between Chandelure and Heatran. Heatran if I want to go more defensive. Chandelure if I want to go a little bit faster because I put a Choice Scarf on Chandelure. And plus, like I said, tack on the versatility moves. So you got yourself your Shadow Ball, your Flamethrower. Then you throw in a Dark Pulse and maybe either an Energy Ball or a Psychic and you're good to go.
You ready for this? I'm going to blow your mind. Ready?
Okay.
Serperior.
Uh-huh.
Charizard.
Okay.
With Charizard X.
Red Eyes Black Dragon, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
Okay. Skarmory, because I like Skarmory because I super trained my Skarmory, so it's fucking fast. It's like, oh my god, like you sneeze and it will run by you. And then I have Serperior, Charizard, Skarmory, Vaporeon. Shit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Carbo
Vaporeon.
would love you. Alex Carbo would love you.
Helioptile.
Ooh.
And shit, what's the last one?
You mean Heliolisk?
Heliolisk, yeah. Heliolisk, and I say Helioptile because that's what Tom in the game currently has. He hasn't evolved it yet. Right. And what's the other one? Shit. Fuck. I don't remember. Shit. It's a legendary though. Oh, Darkrai.
Ah, okay.
But not like a normal Darkrai, like Special Sweeper Super Train Darkrai.
Well, you know what, Jess? If you want, this is just an invitation, only if you want to. Okay. Starting next week, I am holding one of my 4 big tournaments in Major League Pokemon, the Autumn Harvest Tournament. It is our second Autumn Harvest Tournament. If you're interested, basically, we just get a bunch of people. I think 26 right now are participating.
Okay.
And the winner of the tournament gets a shot at our Major League Pokemon champion, no questions asked.
Nice.
Yeah. We hold a tournament every 3 months for this, and everyone loves my tournaments because of the way I run them. To toot my own horn there, but that's what everyone keeps telling me. Oh, David, we want to go to your tournament. We want to go to your tournaments. When's the next Autumn Harvest tournament? When's the next Autumn Harvest tournament? And then I put it up, and it's like, yeah!
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. It will depend on my schedule, but
it runs from September the 5th through the 19th. for the preliminaries, and then the finals is the 19th to the 26th, I believe. So it's 3 weeks.
All right, I'll try, but don't hold me to that because it really depends on school.
Not a big deal. Yeah.
As for right now, we're going to do a little mini form of one of my favorite segments on the show. The part where we get to look at the world and say, just what in the bloody hell is going on here? Silly news and dumb tweets.
Noodles.
Are all of them from Donald Trump? Please say they're all from Donald Trump.
They, unfortunately, are not.
Oh.
You know, you should be thankful that Donald Trump is running for president. I mean, after all, we need the best possible choice of asses to choose as president, and he is the absolute biggest ass of them all.
Yeah, very true. First story of the day, and I did send it into the Skype conversation.
Inmate gets himself arrested again after refusing to leave jail?
Yes, seriously.
What? How the fuck?
And to make matters even more amazing, this is from Maricopa County, Arizona, which means it's in the wheelhouse of a guy that I love so very much, Sheriff Joe Arpaio.
Oh, God.
Yes, that was sarcasm.
He needs to get laid.
The story goes, how can we miss you when you won't go away? An Arizona
Oh my God,
man...
that sounds like something like Nash would cover.
Yeah. An Arizona man arrested on alleged possession of meth apparently liked the jail in Maricopa County so much that he didn't want to leave.
Oh my God.
David Spurlock, 29, was released on Wednesday for the drug charges, but caused trouble when he refused to vacate the premises, according to ABC15.com. Sheriff Joe Arpaio, see, I told you I wasn't making that up, told the station that officers forcibly escorted Spurlock away from the lockup. Police said that when Spurlock was finally out of jail, he ran to a marked semi-truck belonging to the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office and unsuccessfully attempted to start it up, according to the Associated Press. So Spurlock is now back in jail on a burglary charge and is being held without bond. Although I kind of don't blame him for wanting to go back into jail because, let's face it, out of jail, he has to deal with Sheriff Joe Arpaio.
I think he comes out a winner there.
Deal with that asshole? Stay in jail and stay away from him. Deal with that asshole? Stay in jail and stay away.
Well, see, my thing would be like 3 square meals a day and like an hour of exercise. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, and actually, a quote from the story from Arpaio. Maybe he liked the food so much he thought he would take a truckload of my vegetarian meals with him.
Wow, what an asshole.
The sad truth of it is, though, that unfortunately a lot of people who do go to jail these days end up back in jail because once they are out of jail, especially if they're convicted felons, their life is pretty much over.
Yeah.
So.
That's why we need a rehabilitation system like the Scandinavian countries have.
Yeah. I still find it absolutely hilarious that of all the counties in all of the states, in all the countries in the world, it happened in Maricopa County, Arizona.
That's hilarious.
You always took one look at the guy who is currently running the place as sheriff, then looked at the jail cell, back at the poster, back at the jail cell, and said, I'm good.
Yeah. Of course, I have my problems with Joe Arpaio because he does not know what the meaning of the word jurisdiction is.
Oh, so he puts the dick in jurisdiction?
Yeah, pretty much. Was trying to investigate Obama's heritage and his birth certificate and everything, which is not in his purview. He's a sheriff in a county in Arizona. I would think that would fall somewhere under maybe the FBI, CIA maybe.
He's a reality show.
Anyway.
I feel like it would be like a Department of Defense thing.
This next one, courtesy of the Associated Press, out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Some people, it just takes a long time to die. Man dies of injuries from 1965 car crash, according to the coroner. Authorities say a man died this week of injuries he sustained when he was hit by a vehicle in eastern Pennsylvania a half-century ago. The Lehigh County Coroner's Office said 58-year-old Richard Albright was pronounced dead Monday night at the Good Shepherd Homemaker Center in Allentown. Officials said he was one of two young boys injured in a 1965 accident in Allentown. The other boy had only minor injuries. The Allentown Morning Call says its reports at the time indicate that Albright suffered head injuries and 2 broken legs. He was reported in critical condition a day after the accident, but was said to be holding his own. But he was basically left paralyzed, and his injuries required a lifetime of treatment.
So, I really hate to make this joke, but he's Christopher Reeve? Because he, literally survived this, so that makes him Superman. And then he died of his injuries and was basically paralyzed. That rings a lot of bells.
Yeah, 50 years for his injuries to kill him. I don't know if he's incredibly lucky or if he is just absolutely got the worst luck ever.
I swear, if he had won, the lottery, the day before, I would say, yeah, he probably has the stupidest luck in the universe. But since it doesn't say anything about that, I just think that he just was, one of those weird science cases, you know what I mean?
It should be noted, though, Alanis Morissette fans, that this does not qualify as irony. Irony is seeing a sign that says bakery coming soon in front of a restaurant that is recently burnt down.
Mm-hmm.
That's irony. It's actually happened before, too. But yeah, seriously, condolences to this guy's family, but even so, that's just weird.
And hardcore as fuck.
Indeed. Alright, David, you got a couple of silly tweets for us?
Sure. How about this one? Atlanta spelled backwards is Atlanta.
No, that's not how that works.
Last I checked, Atlanta was not actually a palindrome.
This one, this one gave me a good reason as to why Maggie and I should try to never have triplets. Especially from the testimony of this woman. I think the scariest part about having triplets is having to be pregnant for 27 months.
Again, that's not how that works.
Yeah, I am very much a cisgender male, so I know nothing about directly experiencing pregnancy, but yeah, I would say that's probably not how it works.
The most you can be pregnant safely is 10.5 months.
Aside from that, I'm pretty sure that having triplets doesn't turn you into an elephant.
Mm.
And here's another one. Someone who wants their first daughter to be a girl.
Uh-oh.
Now, to be fair, it is very likely that their child could be assigned female at birth and then later prove that they were truly male all along.
That's true. But uh-oh.
Yeah, because if this parent finds out that that's the case, well, they may not react to it in the best way.
And finally, this has got to be the most hilarious prank I can think of. Changed no in my mom's phone to hell yeah.
Oh my god.
I want to know what kind of questions are coming up with that one.
Do you want to cheat on your husband with me? Okay. No. Why did it say that?
Or my favorite one would be so we're gonna cut your hours back at work, is that okay? Hell yeah!
Oh, God. That is a disaster in the making. We need volunteers for people who want to be laid off. For people who will volunteer to be laid off. How about you? Hell yeah! Wait a minute. So many ways that could go wrong.
I got one. No context. Are you sure? Hell yeah!
Now I see where they got the 35% of people that would vote for Donald Trump.
See?
Somebody screwed with their autocorrect. That's what it is. Alright. That was that was the introduction segment and an interview and silly news and dumb tweets all in one segment. Of course, it's probably going to get cut into pieces on on the YouTube side, but, well, that's just how we roll. Coming up next, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, including, of course, more Simon Gotch.
My boyfriend / husband, he just doesn't know it yet.
See you guys in a bit. Like what you're hearing? Well, feel free to subscribe to us and get new videos as they're released. And be sure to like and share this video, and go over to facebook.com/casualmodepodcast and give us a like. Thanks!